Well, good evening everyone. Welcome to a new little Tenerife live stream here at the South Airport. I was just down here doing a bit of an airport run. It's a slightly overcast day, so I didn't really want to go down to the beachfront and stuff because we'll save that for a nice blue sky day, which should be back tomorrow. So the weather hasn't been particularly amazing over the last couple of days. It was great this afternoon and it did go a bit overcast later on. But we're here at Tenerife South Airport. I'm going to show you around a little bit. I'm going to show you arrivals, where you can get taxis from, where the transfer buses are from, where you can get the public bus from, really cheap, where you can pick up your rental cars, where my cars are as well, Sanasti. We're also going to check out departures as well, where you can check in, where you can go for a little drink, etc. before you go through. Just show you around a little bit of the airport and put you in a bit of a holiday mood as well, because I don't know about you, I used to love watching the show Airline, Airport, all of that stuff. Just watching airports. I'm into it anyway, planes. But also used to put me in the holiday mood as well. So I'll give you a few little tips and tricks. We'll have a little wander around and see what's going on. It's a Thursday. And now it's about 7 p.m. That is peak time, I always think in my head for the airport. That's when we get most arrivals, departures with the cars. It's always around 6:30, 7, 7:30, 8. So it's normally sort of quite a busy hour. So if you're flying around this time, this is when it's usually a little bit busier. It all depends on when you arrive at the airport. A lot of people say that they arrive to crazy queues. Some people say, oh, that's a load of nonsense, I fly through. It all depends when you land. If you land at like peak time, you've got 4 or 5 flights in front of you, then you're going to wait a little bit. If you arrive like mid-afternoon, no one else has landed in front of you, you'll fly through. It all depends when you're landing, what season it is, what day you're flying as well. The weekends are usually a little bit busier. Friday, Saturday in particular, we get a lot of inter-island flights and mainland Spain flights on the weekend as well. So that's a little bit of information in general. This is Tenerife South Airport. You've got 2 airports. You've got the North Airport as well, but all of the UK flights and most of the European flights are all here at Tenerife South. The North is mostly for your mainland Spain flights, inter-island flights as well. So, and that gives you a little bit of a background. Let's jump out. I'm just dropping off this car. This is our C1, and I'm picking up a Ibiza a little bit later on. I'm going home in an Ibiza. So let me jump out the car and we'll get wandering around. Right. Okay. So I'll leave that here. Right. So I'm currently in the public car parks. This is where you'd come if you're dropping anyone off or you're just picking someone up, etc. This is the general public car park. This is where we leave our cars for you to pick up. So if you're renting a car from Sanasti, this is where your car will be waiting for you. The key is in a hidden place which changes each time for each client. So the key would be in a hidden spot that you'd obviously know about. And you just come in, find your car, you'll know the make, the colour, the registration, where the key is, you'll jump in the car. You've got to quickly pay the parking ticket before you go, which isn't much, a couple of euros, and you're off. No queuing around, no waiting around or anything like that. And there is the other car park, which is for all your big companies for the cars. Right, let's trundle on in. We'll have a little look around. I'll show you exactly what's happening here at the airport. 428 tuned in, thank you very much. I know it was very last minute, so if you're watching live, thank you. If you've got any questions regarding the airport, let me know. We'll be there in 8 days, picking up a Sanasti car. Fantastic. Hi, Andrew, new to your channel. Absolutely love it. Thank you very much. Welcome along. Laura's in the bar this evening. Me and Laura were in the bar last night. We smashed it last night. It was busy. Okay, so this here has just closed. However, I want to point it out. So we'll start with departures. I think this is going to be the easiest way to start. Departures first. This little cafe here I love because you can go through into departures, drop your bags off, drop all your stuff off. And then if you've got plenty of time, maybe you're a smoker, a vapor, or you just want a little last beer in the sunshine, you can come to this one here, which is open. It's only just closed that. And you can enjoy a little beer. You've got a little deal there on croissants and a coffee, $2.65. You've got a nice little bit of fresh air as well. And all of this seating is out here as well. It's closed now, but they have all these seats out. You can sit out before you go through security and to the other side. Then these are all your general transfer coaches. You can see Jet 2 on a lot of them. These are all your Jet 2 buses waiting for people to arrive. They'll be all jumping on them. So if you are arriving on a Jet 2 or a TUI, etc., you'll find your rep, which will be waiting for you in arrivals. They'll check your name, which hotel you're in, etc. And then they'll tell you which bus number you're on, 10, 11, 12. They'll tell you to go and find your coach, which is always down here. There's a nice little picture opportunity. They put this in probably a year or so ago now. We hired a Sonasti car a couple of weeks ago. Best service and best way to hire a car. Having it at the airport when you arrive. Thank you very much, Dan. Nice and easy. We don't do all the upselling and arriving and you need to leave this massive deposit and do you want to upgrade to this and waiting around. Now, while we're on the topic of buses, it's coming in just now. This is the Airport Express bus, the number 40. That bus right there. Now you can come to the airport on that and you can leave from the airport on that. And that goes to Costa Rica, Las Americas and Los Cristianos. So that's just drop people off down there and then it picks people up just down there outside of arrivals. I'll talk a little bit later on about that, but you can come to the airport on that public bus. That runs from the main sort of stops and bus stations in those towns, Costa Rica, Las Americas, Los Cris. And to get here on that bus, with all your luggage and everything, is €3.40 per person, which is pretty cheap when you compare it to a taxi. There's the taxi drop-off over there. That's going to set you back about €25 to €30 from like Las Americas, Los Cris. Certain parts of a Decky, €35. So you can save quite a bit if you're prepared to jump on the public bus. And on that bus, you can just tap your contactless card. You can pay cash as well. Dead easy. They also have luggage racks on board as well. They do, yeah. So it's built, that bus is purpose-built for that service. So you've got plenty of space to put your cases, luggage. They've got USB chargers, everything. Just here is your drop-off zone. So that's where you can get picked up or dropped off by friends. Do not park in there. They will give you a ticket. If you leave your car and come in, they will ticket you for that. If you're going to stay for a little bit, you want to park the car, just go in the public car park, which we've just come from. It's like 70 cents for 10 minutes, like a couple of euros for an hour. If you leave it in here in this pick-up drop-off zone, it's meant to literally just pull up, drop off and go. If you leave it there, you will get a ticket. So that's a bit like what you've got in the UK airports, the pick-up drop-off zone, only here it's free. None of this rip-off, like, you know, £6-7 to drop someone off. It's free over here. So that's that pick-up drop-off zone. And then here you are outside the main departures. So I will show you into departures in a second. Other thing to note that's free here as well is the trolleys. So these are all completely free to use. Free to pick up and drop off, free trolleys. None of this rip-off stuff like in the UK. There you go, some sad Jet 2 people arriving ready to go home. Sad times. Okay, so I have just done a refresh. Bear with me. There you go, I've just refreshed. Let me know if it's any clearer. So there you go, here is your check-in desks for departures. There's your Jet 2. They've got those new fancy scanner way of things where you put your bags on. Just there. Let me through. Are we coming through a little bit clearer or not? It might be the weather. Let me know. Okay, so hopefully we're a little bit clearer. So yeah, what you'll do when you come in, whatever airline you're flying from, go up to this screen, tell you exactly which bag drop you are in, if you are dropping off a suitcase. So your flight will be on here, it'll tell you exactly which bag drop you are. and then just go to there, drop your bag off. So if it was Jet 2, I think they're 60 to 72, drop your bag off, and then you'll proceed down to the security gates just there. I'm not going to go near there because you can't film security, but that's just down there, and then you'll go through. But as I said, if you're here nice and early, you drop your bag off quite quick, you can go back through the doors and then go and enjoy a coffee and a bit of fresh air outside. Let's head down now then to arrivals. Any particular questions, let me know. Daniel Dixon, thank you very much for the super chat. Been binge watching your Orlando, Florida vlogs. 151 days to visit buddies. Getting in the holiday mode already. Fantastic. You'll all know the smell of the airport that I've got just now. And soon you'll be walking through those doors out into the sunshine. You know the feeling. So yeah, a lot of the shops and stuff closing at about 7 p.m. W.H. Smith's just closing. Through on the other side though, everything will be all open. It's just this little section here that's currently closed. Okay. Now just here is where you'll get your special assistance. So if any of you need special assistance, wheelchairs or anything, this is where you'll come for that. Right here. Dead easy to find. It's really clear and yellow. Right next to W.H. Smith's. That's where you'll pick up your assistance if you need it. There's all the wheelchairs. So again, it's all very easy laid out. Ooh, sweets. You know I'm a big sweets fan. I've got a very sweet tooth. Some nice looking sweets in there. This here, quite nice for a little coffee as well. I sometimes have a little bite to eat and stuff. If I'm waiting for a car, I'll come in, have a coffee. The little sandwiches are quite nice. They do good muffins as well. $667 tuned in, thank you very much. Do please hit the thumbs up. Yeah, they've got good little cakes and croissants and stuff. This chocolate muffin's really good. €3.20. Some nice cookies there, $2.95. The special assistance is brilliant in Tenerife Airport, just a pity about the UK service. That's good, at least we were good at our end. We held up our end of the bargain, which is good. There's your TUI check-in. So yeah, we're heading down now to arrivals. This is where obviously you're going to pick up your cars and come out and arrive, etc. So I'll quickly show you that, give you a bit of info. Hopefully this helps some of you out. If you haven't been to Tenerife before, it just gives you an idea of what the airport's like. I've done quite a few similar videos before. If you need any airport information, though, they have got the information desk right here. It's pretty simple to get around. Now, as you can see in front of you, this is why everyone loves our service at Sanasti, because look at these queues for the cars. All these people here are queuing up for cars. So with us, you'll forget all this, you'll pick up your bags, straight through, walk past all these people waiting in line, straight out the doors, across the road, into the car park. You know what car you're looking for, you know what row it's going to be in, and away you go. There's none of this queuing up. Obviously, some companies more popular than others. What I would say is just always check exactly what you're getting. Yeah, a lot of them do have big queues like this. You can skip all of this with us. I do like as well, you've got here the old school like board that changes with the flights, proper old school. I like that with the arrival information on. But yeah, big queues. So this is where you'll come to pick up your car. Aside from that, you will have come out just here. This is where you come out from. You'll have picked up your cases. And then this is where all of the reps will be hanging out. So you'll have your TUI reps, your Jet 2 reps, etc. ready to help you, tell you what coach to get on. And your holiday starts. The minute you're walking through there, you know your holiday started. Any other transfers, they normally stand here as well with your name on and stuff like that. And then you'll be out through these doors and into the sunshine. Let's see, let me answer some of your questions before we carry on. How do you get the car keys from you? That is all in the email. We hide them, different place each time. It's dead easy, but we hide them around, and yeah, you'd find out on the email when you make a reservation. But yeah, walk out, car will be waiting, no waiting around like that, no queues. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them do take crazy deposits now as well, up to like £2 grand, £2.5 grand. And they block your card, and it also takes a while for them to unblock it or refund it. So bear that in mind. Any questions in particular, fire away. 784 tuned in. It's just a little bit of sort of tips video for you. A bit of a bonus. So if you have just arrived, you're not getting a car, you're not getting your transfers, you're going to either get a taxi or you might want to get the Airport Express. So you can see it's still there, right there, the green bus. They're all the public buses, the green ones. The company's called Titsa. So you'll come along here. If you're going to go for it, save a load of money, €3.40 to get to Los Cristianos. You'll just come along, and there's a main little green Titsa machine stand just there. That's where you can get your tickets. You can also buy Bono cards as well. So if you're here for a week, you're thinking of using the bus all week, you can come to this machine here and buy a Bono card. You can pay as you go on the bus as well, cash or card, but you might be interested in getting a Bono. So you'll come to this machine here, and you can see here you can get a 7-day travel card for €50, which covers the whole island, any journey. And you can also get a daily card for €10 as well. And it's dead easy on the screen. You can select your language, and there you go through it all in English. It accepts card, cash, so you can buy a Bono, then jump on the bus, or just jump straight on the bus. And this tells you exactly when the buses are coming. So if you come to this screen, you're looking for the number 40 is what you'd be looking for. Dead easy. If you're not getting the bus, you might want to get a taxi. Let's go and have a little look at the public taxi stand down here. Let me know if this is helping you out or not. I don't know whether this is useful or I'm just rabbiting on, but hopefully it helps some of you out who maybe haven't been to Tenerife before. You've also got a visitor information centre just here where you can get some information. There's the Jet2 ladies there. So you're going to come out of these doors. If you want to get a public taxi, you can probably go out through the other end doors or just turn right. And down here is where all your public taxis are. These are more transfer buses, as you can see. So plenty of Jet2. You just give in your name and they'll tell you which bus to get on, but there's plenty going on. And I'm going to show you the public taxis just down here. So just here is where you will get on or in a taxi. So to Los Cris from here, you're looking about €25. Las Americas about 30, maybe just under. And a bit further into Costa Rica, about 30, 35. They do add on a little sort of supplement for suitcases and the airport service. So the meter goes to about €23 or so. And then they add on a couple of euros for the airport service. But there's plenty of them here today. No wait. There is a little man that sort of directs them and keeps it flowing efficiently. These men in the yellow jackets, which help you out. So they keep it all going and tell you which taxi to get in next, keep everything flow. We've got some of these are like private taxi transfers. A lot of these are like Hard Rock Hotel and stuff, these blacked out Mercedes. Yeah, all very, very easy. As you can see, there's plenty of Jet2 staff today. They normally have a lot of flights all arriving and departing at the same time, so normally a lot of staff around when those flights are on. Useful info for anyone who hasn't been before. If you have been before and you don't need the info, hopefully it just makes you excited. I hope. It's a little bit overcast this evening, but that could be you soon walking through those doors. Off you go. Holiday starts. Yeah, it's a very easy airport to navigate. If you struggle a little bit with travelling, you get a bit overwhelmed, you get a bit lost, I always say this on my travel day videos, just break it down into stages, into different steps. So step 1, get to the airport. Step 2, drop your bag off. Step 3, security. If you break it down into steps, just sort of tick it off in your head. It just helps out with some people's anxiety. So if you get here, you get a bit overwhelmed, just chill, relax. Take your time, there's no rush. If you're going with one of the big car rental companies, you'll cross the street there. Once you've done the paperwork, you'll cross the street and go into the car park there to get your car. Yeah, it's a very simple airport. It's a big straight long tunnel. Departures that end, arrivals this end. Dead easy, free trolleys, free pick up and drop off. The other thing I'd bear in mind, you'll see these ATMs dotted all over the south. These, they're brightly coloured, attract attention. They do charge quite a lot for you to withdraw money. The only cash machines that don't charge you a fee to withdraw are Banca March, or Banca March, however you'd like to say it. These ones, they do charge a bit of a fee for you to withdraw cash. So bear that in mind, you'll see them everywhere. They're all over, but they do charge a bit of a fee. So bear that in mind. Any questions regarding the airport, do please hit the thumbs up if it's helped you out. Make sure you hit the subscribe as well. It's just a quick little video, but I've done a more detailed video already on the channel. I did an edited one, which might be a little bit clearer. Just a little mooch around. It looks probably quite cold, but it is still like 25 degrees. It's lovely and warm. Love this airport. Watching this does make me excited for your December trip. I can smell sort of that warm Tenerife smell. You've got a little bit of jet plane fuel fumes I can smell as well. You know, that airporty smell. When is the Cleopatra closing for renovation? I'm not too sure on that one. If anyone knows, let us know. We don't go on holidays now due to health and expense, but great stream. Thanks very much. I'm glad you've enjoyed it. Bit of escapism. So yeah, that's where we started, that car park there. That's where the Sanasti cars are. And we're back where this little bar is as well. Dead useful, this. Dead handy. Let's see. So yeah, don't forget to do please hit the thumbs up. Thank you very much. Thanks very much, Debbie. I can't wait to smell it. I know it's that addictive sort of smell. Flying to Madrid in October, hopefully from Tenerife. Which airport will I use? It depends, because there is a lot of mainland flights go from here, but there's also a lot of flights that go from the north to mainland, so you'd have to double check. There's a bit of both. What is your car rental company called? It's Sanasti, S-A-N-A-S-T-Y. The link is in the description. Over in November for an extreme weekend break. Well, thank you all very much for joining me. 930 tuned in. We'll have a little bit of a wander further down. Have a little mooch about. But yeah, any other questions, fire away. I'll do my best to answer them. Do you bring hire cars to the hotel? We do. So you can have them picked up and dropped off at the hotel as well. So if you've already got your transfers, you don't fancy arriving and picking up a car, and you just want a car for a couple of days in the middle of your holiday, break it up, go and explore, we can do that. Drop it off, show you the car. Obviously we've got English staff as well, so we can answer any questions, give you driving tips, parking tips, etc. Show you all the controls on the car, and then pick it up again when you're done. Nice and easy. And when we do pick it up, you can just leave the key in reception, leave the car for us outside or in the hotel car park, and we pick it up from there. You've not got to wait around for us in the morning and wait for and meet you and get it back and everything. You can just crack on with your day, and we'll pick it up when we get a chance. How is Laura doing? Laura is doing okay. Still looking at seeing a couple of different specialists. We don't know which one to go for yet. Back in the bar, just doing little bits and bobs. easing herself back in. You can't hire with a provisional. You can't hire anywhere in the world with a provisional that I'm aware of. Definitely not. You've got to have a full valid license for at least 2 years. And you do have to be over 23 as well, so bear that in mind. Press again, just arriving. So what's nice is it's off for their flight, and then it drives down to the other end and stops outside arrivals. So dead easy. Save some money with that bus, definitely. Definitely save a bit of dosh. Now this section here is our new of departures. Explain about electric scooters that you see on the streets. The electric scooters are in the news at the moment. There's big debates over them and stuff. There is a lot of rules that people should be following, but they don't. You know, you shouldn't have multiple people on them. You shouldn't be on them if you've had a drink. You shouldn't be on them without a high-vis jacket in the night time. You shouldn't be using them on pavements. You shouldn't be using them on zebra crossings. People are doing it, but I think there's a bit of a clamp down on the way. And what you've got to consider is it's all good and well riding around in the sunshine, but when something goes wrong, you're going to be pretty screwed, because what they've said is if the scooter crashes or has an accident that's their fault, the hospitals are refusing to see them because their insurance doesn't cover it. So you've got to be careful. You know, if you ride and crash into a car and injure yourself, the car you've crashed into, if they got injured, they'd be seen, but you yourself, if you're not insured and all that on those scooters, they're refusing to see people at the hospital. So definitely a few things to consider with that. I might do a little separate video on that on the scooters, but each to their own, etc. Using them to get to work and stuff, riding them responsibly. But the problem is we've got a lot of tourists come over and they just ride them all over the show, dump them everywhere, kids on them. Like I see like families of 3 on one scooter. It's just bonkers. So yeah, scooters, let me know your thoughts on them. Would you ban them? Would you clamp down on them? The thing is, all these rules are in place and you can get big fines for it. If they catch you on it drunk or at night time, no high vis, they've got the power to fine you, but the thing is they're not implementing it really. I think it's going to take a bit of a wake-up call or something big to happen before they then go, right, we've got to start issuing these fines now. But at the moment, it's a little bit of a free-for-all. The good news is, from now sort of onwards, it starts to calm down with those. A lot of the younger ones that go wild on them are now heading back. And as we head into the winter, it does calm down a lot with the scooters. Peak season for all them is like June, July, August. It'll start to calm down a little bit now in the winter. October, November, December, it'll calm right down on them. There you go, Garvey's on. Very few are ridden responsibly. They need banning as soon as possible, absolute nightmare. I agree. We're not talking mobility scooters here, although they are also in question. We're talking about those, you know, the single stand-on, ride-on ones. But mobility scooters as well, a few years ago, they brought in all kinds of rules and regulations about them. They were very strict on double scooters. You could only have them if you really needed it, if you had an injury or if you were disabled, or, you know, you had to sort of be very responsible on them. They needed to be insured. Now it's gone back to being a bit of a free-for-all again. So I don't know what's going to happen with mobility scooters as well. Garvey joined in straight on time there. A lot of people saying ban them. There is good use for them. I see a lot of people riding them with a helmet on to work. They don't need to buy a car. You know, they jump most of the journey on the bus and then they'll ride in responsibly on the scooter. Dory at work does the same. So she gets the bus into Los Cristianos from San Isidro. And then when she gets off the bus, she rides her electric scooter into my office, which takes 2 minutes. And she comes in with a helmet on, safety gear. She's got insurance on it. I think there's a time and a place for them, but the sort of free-for-all holiday maker madness with them will come to a head at some point. And the speed as well, yeah, the speed, very quick. Now I work next to 3 mobility scooter companies, who are fully legit, insured, been here for years. And what they actually do is when they get the scooters brand new, the first thing they do is put them in with the technician and reduce the speed right down on them. But there's a lot of companies who don't, and they're going way too fast, and they just rent them to anybody. They just want the money, they want the commission, rent them to anyone, get it out. The companies I work next to are a little bit more responsible. They're more aimed at, you know, older people and people with disabilities, etc., that need them. Yeah, it's a controversial issue. Well, let's start to head back now. Any other questions regarding the airport and stuff, let me know. Just a quick little easy live stream, this one. Hopefully helped a few of you out. If there's anything in particular you didn't know, let me know in the comments. If you are on Facebook, make sure you get in the Knightstrider Tenerife fan group. There's various different offers on there, excursions, tips, tricks. Fantastic community. We've got over 19,000 members in there. So do head on over into that group on Facebook. We've got TikTok as well, the Knightstrider 1. I post a lot of tips and stuff on there. And also Instagram. $900 tuned in. Do please hit the thumbs up. Thank you very much for watching. Hit the subscribe if you're new as well. On the channel you'll find everything you need to know with Tenerife. Car hire, excursions, restaurants, bars, walk-arounds, live streams, all of that going on. Hope to see you on Monday at Buddies. I'm sure you will, Linda. It was very busy last night for the Magician, Wednesday night, midweek, and it was busy, which was fantastic to see. When's the next Tandoori live? We'll do one of those soon, Adam. I won't lie, I had a Tandoori hut 2 nights ago. We did have a little cheeky Tandoori hut, but we'll do a live stream in there soon. Definitely, we'll get Harry on. Right, so there we go. Quick little half-an-hour live showing you around the airport. Hopefully that's helped some of you out. I'm going to be back tomorrow with hopefully a nice sunshine live stream. We'll be walking along the promenade. Probably lost Chris to Las Americas. I was going to do it today. Then it went a bit overcast. I want it nice and sunny for you all, a bit of escapism. So that'll be coming up. We've also got our medieval nights meal coming up as well. That was absolutely fantastic with the jousting and all that. It was really good. That's a big dinner show, so that's coming up on the channel as well. I've got to get editing that. But there we go. Thank you all very much for watching. Do please hit the thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe. And all of those links are down in the description. The car hire, the excursions, the shows, the playlists, all of that down in the description. Thank you all very much, and stride on. Bye, guys.